Hello guys, how are you? Thank you for being here once again dedicated to a yesterday missing person international day. So a little bit too late story. It should be done, have been done yesterday, but I had again my shoulder pain, so it's literally postponed for today. So missing person international day, guys, was happening yesterday. So I was thinking to have some cold case about missing person that is so obvious who is a killer. So I'm returning back to a family case of a husband killing a wife, so obvious, but as well never found her body. So this time we go on a cruise ship story with the husband killer in front of all the family with two children eventually and a missing woman story about a missing wife, Dublin based mom that has literally reported by Italian authorities during the cruise in their water zone, I guess, that she singly Lily did not leave the ship. Her personal key uh, was never used to check out. Records from the key card used to get on and off from the vessel could prove crucial in an investigation. After her husband claimed Miss Singh left the ship of her by her own accord, on her own wish. As well, he make a very weird statements like she was doing this on and off, like changing the mind, almost like being, I don't know, changing the mood about the travel. She would leave the family and just resign from a travel, disappear before as well on other travels. That was his just blah blah excuse. As well, her mother has confirmed that she would never leave the children, and she was never having a character, spirit of being a suicider, right? As if anybody knows, definitely the mother knows if the person is dark, depressed, or not. If her child it is keen to some things. So Miss Singh, 38 at that time, has not been seen since February 11 and is feared dead with her husband Daniel Belling in custody in Rome on suspicious of her murder. This was the news happening exactly that same year, 2017. So we return to this story that happened on a cruise line between in this happened on a line February 11. Her husband Daniel Belling, 45 at that age, was arrested when attempting to board a Ryanair plane without her and without literally. Uh, I mean, he was already in the airport from Rome to Dublin, trying to check into a flight with the children. Uh, it is very weird because he never reported her like a missing person. So, on behalf of her client, Miss Belling lawyer Luigi Conti has said Nixing left the ship. I mean, where is the proof she left the ship? Because she cannot leave without that ID. I mean, you have to pass that security check if you ever been on a cruise. I'm just saying, and it said in the text as well. I was there, so nobody can go in or off the ship because ship is like a floating country and that's the protection as well and even to not to enter the strangers to be like people who could be illegally traveling on a board as well not to miss the passenger from the boat because every day they enter a new port and there is always some person missing and that checking and check off has a literally a proof as well like counting the children literally when you are just imagine being on an excursion as a professor like I used to be and when you're in charge of all this student group you have always to count every seat, every every passenger, I mean your student, if they are all together when they're entering, for example, bus or flight together with the teacher who is responsible. And the purpose of this key card in to enter in and off and having that checkpoint on the entry of the cruise line is so practical. So yes, it's confirmed that Miss Singh it never left the boat as well. It means directly that the lawyer together Luigi Conti and Mr. Daniel Belling 2017 literally their line. So they cannot say that she left the ship because there is no proof that her card was used, key card from the cruise line. As well, this couple was based in North Dublin at Clare Hall. Daniel Belling, at the age of 2017, when in March, just a few weeks after her disappearance, her husband has claimed that he last saw his wife when Magnifica MC Magnifica boat docked on the Katakolan island in Greece, and that after embarking on a day trip with his kids, she was not there on their return. Like, what is this? Like, little children, they just return alone? This is another stupidity statement. Like, literally, it's a full of BS. We are going to check up the energy of this, but directly, guys, I'm guided to this story. As on the start, I was called out from the spirits that Daniel Belling killed his wife. And as well, the system of the cruise line MC Magnifica never had checked out Daniel Belling's wife key. So system cannot. As well, there was staff of the working in a cruise line. They have when there was investigation going on, the staff working in the restaurant, the cruise ship said that they last saw Miss Hinks dining with her family on February 10. So definitely something happened in the night before between 10 and 11 when the ship was between Genoa and Valletta. As well, they remember they saw Belling sitting at the same spot in the restaurant with his two children for the duration of the cruise between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. each night. But as well, the rest of the night, Miss Sings was not there. So police authorities in Rome are investigating at that point, like in March, to a few weeks after her disappearance, investigating a missing bag belonging to her. As well, there would be one very strange showing off of the luggage floating. Sorry, guys. The luggage was floating that is usually not belonging to her. Orange gray suit was spotted with Miss Singh when she joined her family on a day trip in Genoa on the trip. But as well, there was Asian woman body floating in a luggage that was never shown, that was never proof on the camera security camera that belongs to this family that they entered with this same luggage on the cruise line. And there was that another Asian woman that literally by analyzing her DNA, it was confirmed it was not Miss Singh. There was another Asian woman killed and put in the luggage, just floating. That's so disturbing. So Daniel Belling was locked up at the Regina Coeli, Rome's largest prison, where they put all these foreigners. I think I saw this. There was a visit to Regina Coeli, Rome's largest prison, when was a member of the Pink Panther big group of the remember the big pink diamond that was stolen literally from some of the members of a big group, literally of from ex-Yugoslavia that was ordinary all over the Europe, and literally one of the member, Lady Pink Panther, literally that I by chance has met. She was living in Athens, and then when she was released from this prison, um, she wrote the book, and I wanted to make interviews with her because she has that eccentric life story. And now she's literally lecturing about children shouldn't do anything illegal, shouldn't do that path, and what uh, what is the living in prison. Really, it's really cool her path life. Like she's now a totally different person. As well, she was saying in this Regina Coil, that's what they confirmed. And there was literally the documentary when they met that they literally they make a shooting in the Italian prison as well later on in Athens in Greek prison. So was that's why I remember this name. As well, they say it's very hard. It's pretty harsh comparing with Athenian Greek prison, capital prison. Yes, Rome, largest prison for foreigners. It's pretty disturbing. The hygiene and everything, and treating and being literally treated as well from investigators. So Daniel Benning at that period for sure wasn't having a fun anymore. As well, what happened with his children, the Irish children? Literally, they were called out. The parents, the grandparents from the Chinese wife missing literally that they were living, I do believe, somewhere in Europe. Is it in Germany? Yes. So the children were literally put safe back to the grandparents. That was the fast reaction, what I understood at that point, immediately when they wanted to arrest him. So that was really a fast, practical solution. So once again, I'm going just to hold on the photo of, going to look the photo of beautiful Ling Li, Sing Li Li, Lai Li. So we're going to call it Miss Sing. So Sing. So little she looked pretty submissive for a first moment, I must say. She looked submissive. That guy looked very control freak. Typical, I must say, Western guy that's marrying the Asian woman just to literally abuse her, to control her. I'm going to say it's typical because I can just confirm that I'm working so many years, more than 25 years of working with women victims of the violence and trafficking, and as well building the women empowerment. And I should add this hashtag as well in my reading for tonight. And story about missing moms are pretty disturbing because the partner, this woman, is sacrificing her body for giving the pleasure to her husband, bringing the children as well, to kill the mother of your children. Like, it's so disturbing, and it's becoming so popular as a bad hobby, I must say, in this period, the last days of evil in Kali Yuga, by this Vedic system, Kali Yuga, the age of evil. In the last day of evil, definitely in the spiritual war, is so becoming popular hobby to kill the wife or a mother of your children, just not to pay the, if they claim to have a divorce, or if you owe them, if you're already divorced and you have to pay the rest of the bills for not paying the alimony for children, uh, or just if she wants to divorce you, better just like calculating the bills, better be evil and kill your wife and stay in a prison because you think you can escape the truth. You think you can lie, the pure evil, and eventually your children stay without her mother and without you going to prison. That's so no smart. So 1 second. Let me see. Missing. Was missing killed from a husband. Wow. There is a secret and seems it's too late. Yes, the truth is that he was totally lying. Yes, this is a truth somehow. It's totally a truth as well. It's very funny because as well it seems like there was uh, somebody involved. She was ready to leave as well. There was a person waiting for her, and literally whoever was waiting for her, look at guys, it was a teamwork. Somebody was paid to literally and waiting for her. And remember, guys, that the children returned on the last time seen going a on a cruise line tour to an island, Greek island, and literally the children went without father, just with the mother, and mother was last time seen on that island with children, but the children returned alone with the group. So was it a teamwork? Somebody was waiting for her on the island, and she was just removed. Yes, there is a trap there. That's the pure love, and this secret a pure lie, and seems like secret is here. The secret is too late as well. Why too late? Is Daniel Belling? Wow, look at, is it the father figure? Yes, Daniel Belling. Yes, definitely. And somehow the media researching all the investigation and the staff theories and how he was treating his wife on in the last time seen from a staff shop assistant in the boutique. I mean, there is one little boutique in a cruise line, and in that same boutique, like not so many people enter. And when she wanted to buy something, she was as well. Approached by her husband, and he was very rude. He brought her to change the sneakers, not to buy the sandals that she wanted to purchase there. Like this guy was trying to control the money and how they spend on travel as well. And literally, there's so many proofs that what he's trying, that yes, look at guys, the father of the children literally killed her. But since like as well, like I said, he didn't want to have paid the bills to in divorce. That's the whole truth here. And as well, like he wanted to punish her for breaking the marriage. Yes. As well, what I see uh, somehow seems like this truth is still under the veil. There is a lot of mystery, and that's why we call it for a missing date person is perfect story of a mystery of, sorry guys, of disappeared person. Sorry guys. Okay. Today was really a tough day for me, like I said. Where is my hair? Yes, it's here. I'm going to pop out with another tarot deck for you guys. So here it is. Let's check up with the second tarot deck. Is Daniel Belling the killer? Wow, look at, he turned to a friend enemy and he's lying as well. Yes, as well. There was a paid person who literally he didn't. There was a paid person involved, and as well is somebody else killed her, organized by Father Daniel Bering. Yes, look at the third party organized from a Daniel Belling, so obvious, like Emperor card, literally showing the third party situation and putting in a trouble with divorce because she wanted divorce as well, and he chose literally to kill her because of wanted to have a divorce. Again, did he personally kill her? It was a money issue, and there is a proof for that. I mean, so many people who were on this cruise line, there are people who are watching them and seeing them being in a fight constantly, and him being so control freak about the money on the cruise line because yes, the small shop assistant, because everything's so intimate, they can hear all the time waiters, the shop assistant in just two possible shops, they can as well not seeing probably in the that a la carte menu, fancy restaurant. There's a lot of things that you can make a purchase of two different type of a cruise line passenger. There is one type that's really going to spend like in Las Vegas and do not care about how much they spend, and there is another type of a cruise ship tourists that will be so concerned about not spending the money there. Yes, they save money for cruise line for this holiday, but as well they are going to save every penny, not spending on a daily base. And that's what was here. And the cruise staff, literally of the ship, literally they have seen this. There is a proof that he was trying to control her. Like I said, in shop assistant said that he approached her and literally like cut her off from buying some things as well. There was a proof that they were fighting and she wanted to literally to cancel the this toxic marriage. And here it is the death card, and again him being in charge of whatever it is. Again, there is a kind of mystery. Who is that third party person? You're welcome to send me the hint in your comments. What happened finally with Miss Hink? Is there any new news updates? I mean, this is from 2017 article, and as well, is there updates about Daniel Belling lies? Again, I'm just going to research it for a second for you guys, just for the last moment. Daniel Belling updates. So what's happening? Literally, we have a news from July 15, 2022. So it said that the German-based Daniel Belling literally, one second, guys. There's so many things popping out here. The man who claimed his missing wife was the driver behind a scam to falsify documents to obtain a mortgage has been given a 3.5 year suspended sentence. That's the news from 2022, this summer, guys. July 2022. Daniel Belling of Kilkie House, Clark Village in Dublin, pleaded guilty on his trial date to one count of dishonesty, including the Bank of Ireland to providing a mortgage loan on 13 March 2014. Again, whatever happened of this murder, missing his wife, it's happened in 2017. So they're having a big debt as well. The only way they could approach him, what I understood, to accuse him of having this uh, money issue and trying to literally um, go against the legal process of providing the returning the money rights to the bank. On five other occasions, again, Daniel Belling used false documents on dates between 2013 and 2015 to attempt to apply again for a loan. I mean, guys, this is, I never had the bank credit but loan, but again, there's so many people doing these things. Again, I just confirmed this doesn't confirm that he could kill if he wants to have a bank loan from another bank, right? that that doesn't prove that he's a killer. But what I said, that there is a proof, another thing, that he was lying directly about the last days of his wife, and that she went off the ship, never returned, and also that he was talking literally. There is a lot of things that literally a proof of him treating badly his wife the last days. And showing the lies because she never left the ship as well by with his key. As well, Judge No has reluctantly decided not to jail Belling. Wow, he just sentenced him for 3.5 years, but suspended it fully. So definitely we must have a sad news that this guy in 2022 July, literally, this guy is totally free. What I understood. He returned to Ireland 2018 after 40 months being in Italian jail in relationship of disappearance of his wife during that cruise line stopping and finishing the the trip in port near Roma, city Civitavecchia, and there he was arrested. I think eventually here's a wrong information in this article, but he was arrested like trying to enter boarding on a flight in Roma. But this is a port the last of where he entered eventually Italy from the Magnifica boat was the Italian port just outside of Roma. It's Civitavecchia. And but he was they let him go out. They didn't question him. He didn't report his wife missing as well. So literally, they have a process of filing to Italian authorities. Sorry, so they catch him literally on the airport. At least they were not late. But again, not enough proof. When he returned to Ireland 2018 after 40 months being in Italian jail, not enough proof to put in jail because there is no proof of her body, at least finding her body, right? That's why I literally address honeymooners, lovers, and family. Literally, you never know it. Don't go on a cruise line with your partner because you never know with whom you are dealing. Look at this. This is a person you trusted turned to an enemy. It's a person that could literally throw you through the window, that could strangle you and just push your body away over the over that balcony on a cruise line. Oh my god, I had a nice balcony there when I was on a cruise line a long time ago, and never again because I really didn't enjoy that messy people, so many people. It's like being on overcrowded island, small tiny island is the boat, and there are so many people being there. It's not a holiday, it's torture. Like a prison, it seems. Yes, exactly. And as well, in some prison, people get killed, and exactly on the some cruise line, people that get killed, and nobody get a trial for that. So we have May this year, 2022. There is a murder trial in his absence in Italy again. That's becoming interesting. In court today, Detective Garda Neon Severy told Garrett McCormack prosecuted that Daniel, who has now German citizenship, using fake documents, including a German ID card with an incorrect date of birth. I mean, this guy is swindler. Like all the time, he's continuing faking things, documents like he done for these bank loans. Statement that his salary was 90,000. I think he was trying to do this kind of correction because as well I remember his children they were in Germany. They stayed with the grandparents, Chinese grandparents, and maybe he was trying to get towards the children right with proving fake, confirming that his salary is higher than eventually being 60. But wow, no, being 30, he altered in the forged paper 30 plus. Oh my God. So he put literally, wow, oh my God. This is so, so embarrassing. In July 2013, Daniel Belly was successful on his fourth attempt of again taking a bank loan of Bank of Ireland. He used this mortgage to buy a house, which was then rented out to tenant to cover the mortgage. However, the documents used by the accused to access the mortgage has been falsified, and there was little alerted the authorities. 2018, in September, when he has appointment, the court heard that he exercised his right to silence and answer no comments in respect of each allegation. He has no previous conviction except this forgery of documents and this situation with the banks. Sorry, guys, it's really bothering. And so, again, we are going to repeat that whatever they were trying to repeat from that messy situation of investigation without any true proof, uh, what happened on the cruise, what happened with his wife. Italians, they're trying to literally restart the case in Italy against him. He wrote a letter of apology to a court and is fully aware of how his actions have impacted on his children. The court had, oh my god, this guy is again trying to play smart. So there's so many good things right here. And that's the end of the last small gossip about Daniel. The husband who killed his wife, Chinese origin, on a cruise line 2017. Yes, definitely the answer is yes. He done it. Anything for the sake of money to avoid divorce, and he's lying once more. So that was confirmation of this story. Again, guys, I'm going to close it. Do check out the album Justice Will Be Served as well. Going the next live stream, we have a political team, Mikhail Gorbachev. So welcome to join Peace and Love. In 1 minute, starting Mikhail Gorbachev's story, and check out the Justice Will Be Served full play album as well. Thank you in advance for your PayPal donation.